Welcome to our analysis of Pfizer stock, traded on the NYSE under the ticker PFE. In this video, we'll break down recent trends, technical indicators, and potential scenarios for Pfizer's stock performance. Over the past 3 months, Pfizer's stock has shown an overall upward trend, rising from around 22.74 in mid-May to approximately 25.14 by mid-August, a gain of about 10.5%. The price action included several consolidation phases followed by upward movements, with the highest point at 25.96 on July 8. The stock traded between 23 and 25.96, showing some volatility but a clear upward bias. Significant price increases in Pfizer stock were often accompanied by higher trading volumes. For example, on July 1, the price jumped from 24.275 to 25.04 with a volume of nearly 59 million shares. On August 5, a price increase from 23.44 to 24.75 was matched by an exceptionally high volume of over 113 million shares, indicating strong buying interest. On-balance volume and the Chaikin oscillator both support the accumulation thesis. Short-term moving averages, such as the 5-day SMA and EMA, are both below the current closing price of 25.14, indicating bullish momentum. Medium-term averages, 10-30 days, are also below the current price. However, the 200-day SMA and EMA are slightly above the current price, suggesting some long-term resistance and a potential transition phase in the trend. Technical indicators present a mixed to moderately bullish picture. The MACD is positive, indicating strengthening bullish momentum, though the signal line suggests some caution. The RSI is neutral to slightly bullish, not yet overbought. The stochastic oscillator shows overbought conditions in the short term, while the CCI is bullish but not strongly so. The ADX suggests a relatively weak trend, aligning with observed consolidation and trending moves. While a specific linear regression indicator isn't provided, the price action and moving averages suggest an upward linear trend over the past 3 months. However, the stock appears to be entering a consolidation phase after this upward movement, with the linear regression slope likely positive but flattening, indicating a potential pause in the uptrend. Based on technical indicators and the closing price of 25.14 on August 15, the opening price for the next trading day is likely to be around 25.15 to 25.2. However, due to short-term overbought conditions and proximity to longer-term moving averages, there may be some initial weakness, with a possible opening closer to 25.05 to 25.1. Immediate resistance levels are at the recent high of 25.96 and the 200-day moving averages, SMA at 25.086 and EMA at 25.1692. The upper Bollinger Band at 25.729 also acts as dynamic resistance. Immediate support comes from the 5-day and 10-day moving averages, around 24.93 and 24.57, with further support at the Bollinger Band middle, 24.488, and lower 23.247 levels. The current price is closer to resistance, suggesting potential selling pressure and possible pullbacks. The ATR 14 value of 0.5057 suggests moderate volatility. The potential high for the next trading day could be around 25.65 and the potential low around 24.63. However, with resistance nearby and short-term overbought conditions, the actual range may be skewed to the downside, with a more realistic high near 25.5 and a low around 24.7. Several scenarios could unfold in the coming days. In a bullish scenario, breaking above resistance could lead to targets around 26.527. In a neutral scenario, the stock may consolidate between 24.5 and 25.5 as it works off overbought conditions. In a bearish scenario, failure to hold support could result in a pullback toward 23.524. Given current technicals, a neutral to slightly bearish scenario is more probable in the short term, while the long-term trend depends on fundamentals. In conclusion, Pfizer has shown a solid upward trend over the past 3 months, gaining about 10.5%. Technical indicators suggest the stock is now in a consolidation phase, with short-term overbought conditions but a generally positive structure. Key levels to watch are resistance around 25.7, 25.96, and support around 24.5, 24.7. ATR suggests moderate volatility. The stock may consolidate further or experience a mild pullback before the next significant move. Always consider fundamental factors and broader market conditions alongside technical analysis.